Grace and peace. I am Renee Teague, the pastor of Enon United Methodist Church, and I've been reading the lectionary text today. And in Genesis 28, we come across this great story of Jacob. And Jacob has wrestled God in the night. Now, he's out in what we would know as a wilderness area, and he's wandering out there. And in the wilderness, he sleeps and he meets God. And this is what he says in Genesis 28. Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. Doesn't that sum up right now? Surely the Lord is in this place. Surely the Lord is in this time, but I did not know it. I did not know it. I call members of Enon during the day, and it's been a long time now for my wonderful elderly ladies that have been isolated and not able to go out to lunch like they always did, and not able to do these things. Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. And he was afraid and said, how awesome is this place! This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. So Jacob rose early in the morning, and he took the stone that he had put under his head and set it up for a pillar and poured oil on top of it. He called that place Bethel. I want you to encourage you to think for just a minute of the ways that you have met God in this place. Maybe it's been this time set apart and the weariness of COVID-19. Maybe you've experienced this illness and you've come out on the other side. Maybe in this time you've had other things that have pulled you toward the wilderness, or maybe just in the beauty of the spring and the summer you have met God. Maybe you have to look back over your life a little bit to find these places. Sometimes I've found that I might not be able to see God's work or the blessing of God in the moment, but as time goes on, I'm able to see it. But sometimes I know full well what I just encountered was God. I remember one time driving, I was driving that old Caprice Classic, so it must have been 2000, 2001, and I was driving down a road in Richmond, and it came to me like a lightning bolt that the children, Joni, Lizzie, Sally, Rose, that they were not mine, that they were God's, that they had their own relationship with God, and it was not through me. That God communicated with their souls and would draw them through grace into God's presence, and that God would oversee their lives and lead and guide and shelter them as God always had me, and that would happen for my children, not through me. It was a weight lifted off. It was a very different experience of God and a different experience of motherhood, and those places need to be marked. Now, maybe you need a rock and pour some oil on it, or maybe you just need to rehearse the moments. Maybe you need to write them down in a journal. There's an old hymn, Come Thou Fount, and in the second verse of that song, it says, here I raise my Ebenezer. An Ebenezer is this marking of the place where you met God. These are real interesting old church names. Ebenezer, it's where one has met God. Bethel, it's where one has met God. And so we name places like that. I think that's kind of neat. So you might name your little altar at home where you pray. You might name it Bethel or Ebenezer. Well, let's sing a little bit of that song. We're going to sing 2 verses because that's where we find the Ebenezer. Can't see it right. There we go. Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love. Here I raise my Ebenezer, here there by thy great help I've come, and I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Jesus sought me when a stranger, wandering from the fold of God, here to rescue me from danger, interposed his precious blood. It's silly to look at lyrics when you know them. I think I do better when I just remember them than I do try to read them from the screen. Sing the song over and over so that the words will be written on your heart. And may you have a blessed and wonderful evening, rescued in the fold of God. Amen.